Alright, what's good? Welcome back to another Bulldogs career video. And we're finally here, boys, at the grand final. And surprise, surprise, we'll be going up against the Melbourne Storm, who beat the Newcastle Knights 24 points to 10. If you've been watching since my Broncos videos, Melbourne were also in that grand final, which we did lose, but hopefully we get a different outcome here. As we take a look at the lineups here, it's a pretty solid team from Melbourne. They've obviously got the big three with Slater, Smith and Cronk, but we're not phased. Our team's been doing pretty good all season. As far as our 17 goes, I've made no changes, so it's just the same team as last game. Pretty much the same team throughout the final series, minus Tony Williams. So while they're walking out, we'll talk about the future and post-Bulldogs career. After we're done with the NRL, it's the end of year internationals and I chose to play as Samoa, so we've got the Pacific Championship coming up. And after that comp's done, we'll be heading straight back into Season 2 with the Bulldogs. Just want to play with the new recruits and stuff like that. As we jump into the game here on the last, and we're trying to milk as much meters as possible before putting the kick up. Slater under it with the catch, and he's taken into touch by Josh Reynolds with the help of someone else. Not too sure who that was, but it was a great tackle in the end. Back of the scrum here, we pass to Hopper, shifts it to Reynolds, throws a dummy out wide, and he passes back inside for Hopper with the fend, and he's going to score the first try of the game here. The ref sends it up to the video ref here. As we take another look at the grounding, nothing wrong with that. As we get the green lights here and go up by 4. Moses Mbai with the first kick of the grand final. We almost missed that there, but we just snuck it in. Up by a converted try, back in possession here as we shift it between the forwards. Tolman takes it to the line. Garvey's in at dummy half, looking to go to the left. Reynolds throws a dummy, cut out ball to Morris, drawing past to Brett Morris, and he tries to cut back in field. Chopped down by Melbourne, 10 meters out. A fairly quick play the boys, so we shift it out to Reynolds. We run to the right, pop a chip over the top against the grain, and it's going to get caught by Brett Morris. Catches it in goal, and it does take a while to put the ball down there, but we do get the try and go up by 10 with the kick to come. Moses Mbai, beautiful strike there as we go up by 2 converted tries. Back in possession once again, it's our feed to the scrum, looking to go wide. Josh Reynolds shifts the ball to Hopper, throws a dummy, eventually passes it to Morris, but he gets wrapped up fairly quickly there. Nice defense from Melbourne. A little scoop from dummy half and we get wrapped up inside the 20 and they give away a penalty. The ref was pretty quick to blow the whistle there. So we take the tap and we're back here on the second tackle. Shifting the ball to Clemmer, takes it to the line. Doesn't make any meters there. Third tackle, cut out ball to Reynolds. Throws a beautiful cutout pass to Morris, who steps past Slater, and it's just looking too easy for us right now. As Mbai slots the kick for the 18-point lead early in the game. 30 minutes in, Melbourne finally with ball in hand. Huge run by Bromwich. Wrapped up about 12 out from our line. As they pop a short ball to Harris. Great defense there. Fairly quick play the boys, they shift it to McLean it is. And he steps around Tolman to put Melbourne on the board here. Cooper Cronk with the kicking duties to help close the gap, and as you'd expect from right in front, he nails the kick, heading into half-time here. Looking at the half-time stats, and it's a Melbourne lacking discipline. We've also made one error, but the plan was to kick early and back out defense. As we head back into the second half, fourth tackle, shifting the ball, and it's Tony Williams who has it in space. Unnecessary offload there. Luckily we retain possession. Fifth and last for us here with 30 out. Pass the ball to Mbai, we've got the wind behind us. Put up a pretty decent bomb. Fielded by Corey Beattie and he's away with no one in front of him. No clue where Hopper is. And he's just going to race away to score Melbourne's second try of the game early in the second half. Cooper Cronk with the conversion from right in front and they close the gap to a converted try. Back in possession here. Second tackle, we throw a cutout ball to Williams, drops it back under for Hopper, but he's wrapped up nicely by Melbourne. Lucian's in at dummy half, goes for a scoot, gets the pass away to Williams, drawing pass to Graham. Once again, good defense from Melbourne. Mbai at dummy half, and we're going to go for a scoot here. We find space around the ruck, we almost make it to the try line, but we're wrapped up by Slater at the back, fifth and last. We go to Reynolds, standing a little too shallow there, and we get caught with ball in hand. We do make it back in front of their line here, fifth and last. We're going to put a grubber through. I'm not too sure what happened there, but it's a knock-on advantage to us. Zero tackle, we got Hopper at first receiver, standing pretty deep. and he just takes it to the line. First tackle here. We go to Graham, fends past one, and he's just going to stroll over the line for our 4th try of the game. That try was way too soft, especially on legend difficulty, as Mbaya converts the kick once again from right in front. Fat Lady sings here. It was a pretty short second half. We try and kick it out, but we actually kick it into a Bulldog, and it's caught by Tohu Harris. An awkward finish to a pretty dominant game by us as Melbourne gets the last laugh. It's all good though, because we do get the win, and we finally win a premiership. 1 from 2 attempts here on YouTube. We've had a decent first season playing as the Bulldogs. A lot of tries were scored. Curtis Serna picked up the Dally M Player of the Year. I made regular season highlights and the Dally M Player highlight. If you haven't seen it yet, go check that out. As our captain, James Graham raises the trophy there. It's been a pretty successful first season, looking to go back to back now. As we look at the full-time stats here, a well-deserved man of the match performance goes to our boy Moses Mbai. Jared Hayne grand final tomorrow, and Friday the internationals begin. And as always guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Doggies. You say that I've changed, and maybe I have, but you a dime, babe. So change ain't always bad, but I always seem to lose it as soon as I get it. Now these